Come on, my son, get in there. Oh, mangasm. Hey, everyone. Thank you very much for joining me on Flying Pig United. Manchester United have just beaten West Ham 4-0 in the Premier League to start our campaign off properly. First game of the season and we're top of the league. We are top of the league. I said we are top of the league. Get in there. And we've absolutely battered West Ham today. And it's great because I hate West Ham and we've completely dominated them. 4-0, 4 goals from Manchester United. Very clinical with our finishing today. Not so much last season. Well, hopefully this is a sign of things to come. Manchester United totally dominant. West Ham never really offering us anything in terms of going forward from their point of view. On the other hand, Manchester United, we bullied and bossed them and dominated them and made them look like a bunch of absolute cockney mugs. So, over the moon about the start we've made to the Premier League campaign. It doesn't get much better than that, does it? Being top of the league and scoring 4 goals. They've signed a lot of players over the summer, of course. Some good signings from them. They were absolutely shit today, though, weren't they? They were absolutely gashtastic. But Manchester United signings were stunning. Let's just talk about Romelu Lukaku for a second here. What an absolute beast. He's come in there for 75 million, whatever it was, 75 million quid. He's got a heck of a lot to live up to. Well, he started it off about as good as he could. 2 lovely finishes from the lad. Very clinical indeed. The first one just a lovely textbook striker's finish, and the second one a lovely glancing header into the bottom left hand corner. Wonderful couple of goals from Romelu Lukaku, and his general sort of centre forward play I thought was brilliant today. He's really done us proud, and he's got a big hole to fill. Zlatan Ibrahimovic was that goal machine for us last year. Well, I believe he is the right man to do that, and that was a great, shrewd bit of business from Jose and United to bring Romelu in, even for that amount of money. Look at what you're getting. You're getting a proven Premier League goal scorer. He's come in there, it's taken him 1 fucking game, and he's banged in 2 goals there. Okay, we're only playing against West Ham, and they're about shit as it gets, aren't they? But no, he's still got to do it and he's still got to perform. I think the team in general has performed really well today. Defensively, very comfortable. You know, West Ham never really causing us any problems, as I say. In the midfield today, I think we've bossed the game. Paul Pogba, wonderful all-round, great box-to-box midfielder performance from him. And he's capped it off at the end there with a wonderfully placed effort from about 20 yards out, just stroked into the bottom right-hand corner. Classic goal from Paul Pogba there, and that's what we want to see, Paul, you know. We want to see it on a consistent basis now. I really rate Paul Pogba. On his day, like today, he's brilliant. It's just about doing it on a consistent basis, which he doesn't do enough. But hopefully, this is the season where it all gels. Last year, he's come in there for the world record fee. A lot of pressure on his shoulders in a transitional season under Jose Mourinho, and he struggled. He did struggle. He did the business sometimes, but he struggled. Today, he did the business, and I think this is a sign of things to come for him also. I mean, in terms of the rest of the team, very happy with what I saw. West Ham didn't really put up much of an effort at all, and Manchester United just looked very, very comfortable. So it's about as good as a start as it could have been, lads and lasses, from United. Really wonderful. I was a bit worried before the game about Chicharito Hernandez popping up and breaking United hearts. Fortunately for us, he didn't. And oh shit, my phone keeps falling off the little tripod here. Apologies for that. But if you're tuned in now, thank you very much for tuning in. You're a bunch of legends. Do me a favour, smash a like on this video. And also get commenting in the comment section right now. I can see a few comments coming through, so I'll answer some of these right now. Dave Absalom says, that's a better start for us with a statement at home. Glory, glory, Man United. Come on, my son. What a start to the season that is from us. You know, look at Liverpool melting the other day. Look at Chelsea melting yesterday. It still makes me chuckle. What a shocking result for them. That's brilliant. You know, this could be a sign of things to come. I really do believe it's going to be a season for the Manchester clubs this year. Okay, you know, Pep Guardiola had a bit of a man last season, but he's bought well this summer. He's spent a shitload of money, as have we, but he's bought well. He's improved this side, and I expect them to be right up there challenging, as do I for Manchester United, because we have bought ever so well. I think out of all the teams, you know, in the Premier League, Manchester United have really signed a couple of quality players. Romelu Lukaku, 26 goals, I think he scored last season in the Premier League for Everton. He's a proven goal scorer. He scored 2 on his Premier League debut for Manchester United. I think he's just going to keep banging in the goals left, right and centre. As long as he stays fit, which he should, because he's an absolute beast. then it should be a happy season for United. And if Pogba can sort his freaking life out and perform like he did today on a consistent basis, then guess what? Manchester United are going to be challenging up there for the Premier League trophy this season. No doubt about it in my mind. Varun Gujar comments and says, Matic is the man. Yabba Naughty says, Matic looked awesome. I totally agree with you, lads. What a signing that is as well. Like I say, we've bought really well. Okay, Chelsea didn't want him. Conte didn't want him. I don't know, maybe because he's an absolute huge cunt. But he didn't want him at Chelsea. Doesn't fit into his system. Well, we'll take him. Jose knows him. Jose bought him over that season, the first season when he came back to Chelsea, and he was an absolute revelation for them. Well, I think he's going to be a complete revelation for us this season as well. Pre-season, you know, the Super Cup, he was one of our better performers. And today as well, Matic has shown what a good, solid player he is. He's going to be a big player for us this year. You know, that's something that we've missed. It's all well and good having, you know, Marouane Fellaini in your side there. He's decent. But he's not as solid. He's not as, you know, as he hasn't got as much balls as Matic, does he? He just doesn't. And Matic provides that in our midfield. He provides that solidity, that protection for the back four. And he could also play a ball as well. I really rate Nemanja Matic, and I think he's going to really be utilised very well by Jose in this United side this season, and he's going to prove to be a heck of a signing. So really happy with that. Juan Mata, unbelievable performance from him. Some of the balls he played. Mkhitaryan, so happy with that. Comment coming through here from Archie. He says, Pig, Martial should be starting. He will leave if he doesn't get more playing time. Well, you know, we'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. Jose knows what he wants. He knows what he's doing. Look at that 4-0. Martial's come on. He's been great there as a substitute. He scored a goal. You can't argue with that. But he's another player, in my opinion, that's just not consistent enough. He needs to start performing on a consistent basis. But I hear what you're saying. If he's going to do that, he needs the game time. He needs to start games. But with performances like that coming on as a substitute, he's going to give the manager something to think about. There's a lot of good players at United, and you've only got 11 starting spots, 10 really, because obviously David De Gea is going to get the goalkeeper position in the league games at least. So, you know, there's a lot of competition, and that is healthy. That's good. That's what we need. So if you've got somebody like Anthony Martial sat on the bench and he can't start the game, what does that tell you? It tells you that we've got quality and that we've got players performing. It certainly shouldn't be. It should be ahead of that Jesse Lingard twat, though I totally understand that. Gungshi comments and says, brilliant start to the season. We look confident and comfortable as a team today. I totally agree. Very comfortable in every aspect of our play. Defensively, you know, West Ham never really bothered us. We were solid as a rock. In the midfield, that's what I want to see from a midfield performance. I just want to see us winning the ball back and getting our heads up and you know, looking to make something happen. You know, this is a far cry. This Jose Mourinho Manchester United side is a far cry from the David Moyes days or the Louis van Gaal days. He's got us playing how we should be playing. You know, you can see that last season. Yes, there was a blip here and there. You can't win them all, and you can't expect to perform to your peak powers every single game. But it's all about doing it as consistently as possible. I think Jose is the sort of manager, he will get the best out of our players. And also, we might play ugly sometimes, but we will win those games. You know, he's the type of manager, he's not afraid to change his tactics up and play a very sort of negative brand if it's what's required to win the game. Well, that wasn't obviously what was on display today. It was a very positive performance from us. Lots of nice crosses, lots of balls, lots of good, intricate passes in midfield there. And great centre-forward play from Lukaku, as I say, just to tip it all off. So, you know, over the moon, it's about as good as it gets. Paul Lucas commented and said, West Ham bubble burst. They must be pretty underwhelmed about this because they've signed some great players this summer, haven't they? Chicharito, Zabaleta from City, Joe Hart. Joe Hart. No, he's decent. He's decent. They signed some good players, though, and then improved their side in terms of the individual positions on the pitch. Doesn't mean it's going to gel and all happen as a team right away. I think Bilic has got a heck of a lot of work to do there. But they've made some big improvements, but that even just goes to show you how awesome a performance it was from Manchester United today, because we were coming up against a good West Ham side with good players in their team, and we've absolutely dominated and bossed them and made them look like a bunch of cockney mugs, as I say. So, you know, they can suck bubbles for the rest of the evening long. Ron Rogers says, 4-0, time for a haircut, Piggy. Yeah, you're totally right, mate. What is going on here? Gianluigi Buffon on the go here. It's my little ode to Marouane Fellaini. I'm just going to let it out, turn it into a big sort of Jewish-looking afro, and have a bit of a laugh. No, I'm not going to do that. But thanks very much for commenting. You're totally right. Look at the state of me. I need to get this sorted out. But enough about my hair anyway. Mr. Andreas Strauss comments and says, how about Huddersfield? I know winning 3-0 yesterday. Unbelievable, really. They were top of the league until United have taken them over today with that big win against West Ham. So fair play to them. Great start for them. They're still probably going to struggle though, aren't they? Shashadir Holler comments and says, at least Fellaini won't start any more games. Well, you just wait. Hold on to your seats, because this is Jose Mourinho we're talking about. And you know Marouane Fellaini is going to be starting some games because he loves him. They've got a special relationship on the go, don't they? I don't know what that is. I don't want to know what that is. But there's some sort of special relationship going on with Jose and Fellaini. So I would not be surprised to see both of them starting, or to see Fellaini starting the game, not Jose. You never know, he might put himself on there. But he loves Fellaini, doesn't he? So I wouldn't be surprised if he just benches Matic for the next game and sticks Fellaini in there. This is Jose we're talking about. He's crazy. Pavan Nair comments, thank you for your comment. It says, pick your top 4 for this season. So I do, like I said earlier in the video, I think it's going to be between the Manchester clubs. I've got to put my neck on the line here and say Manchester United are going to take the trophy. Now, would I be a real Manchester United fan if I didn't say that? I mean, yeah, I would. You know, there's realists out there, isn't there? Realistically, it's going to be difficult for us to do it over 38 games and win the trophy. There's other teams that spent lots of money, very good teams. You know, even Spurs, who haven't spent anything really, just getting stronger because of the great young squad that they got there. One to watch out for, of course. They've won today. Man City, like I said earlier, they've improved. They've got some really good signings in over the summer. Will it all gel for them? You know, there's lots of question marks to be asked. Is Pep Guardiola the manager we think he is? You know, did it at Barcelona, inherited that unbelievable side. Any side with Leo Messi in it's going to be just ridiculous, not to mention all the other players in there. Went over to Bayern, another ridiculously good side. The best squad in German football and was successful there. Yeah, great. I want to see that twat, that bald-headed twat do it over here in the Premier League. Then we will put him in the debate for being one of the best managers in the world. Until then, piss off, Pep. But they are going to be one to watch this season, of course. But top 4, to answer your question, if you put me on the spot right now, I'm going for Manchester United first. I'm going for Man City second. Unfortunately, I'm going for Spurs third. And then fourth, I'm probably going to have to say Chelsea. Even though they had that absolute shitter. They were the champions last season for a reason. And Conte's not stupid. He's a good manager. Made a couple of good signings, although I think losing Matic out to us was a very big mistake from them because they are looking a little bit short in that area, aren't they? I mean, yes, they signed, what's his face, Bakayoko, whatever, but it's just not enough, is it? It's not enough, and if things happen like yesterday when they've got 2 red cards, you know, Cahill was sent off, Fabregas was sent off, what does that mean? It means they're suspended for a couple of games. They don't necessarily have the squad to come in there and do it. It's going to be unknowns coming in and filling those slots for the next game. So he's had a mare there, not strengthening. There's obviously a bit more time to the transfer window remaining, so we'll see what they can do there. But yeah, out of the teams that are currently doing well, Manchester United are looking, well, it's only one freaking game and we've got to relax, but we've done the best out of anybody in terms of starting this Premier League campaign, so I've got to say Manchester United are going to win the fucking league, boys. Anthony Martial comments, thanks for tuning in and commenting there, Anthony. What you doing in so soon after the game? But he comments and says Martial was quality. God, got a big head of you, Anthony. Anyway, no, thank you for your comment. He was quality when he came on. You know, that's the thing. He's got to fight for his place. I want to see him playing and performing and starting these games as well, but he has to do it consistently. He's a quality player, Anthony Martial. He really is. On his days, as good as anybody in the world. In my opinion, I know it's a bit crazy to say, but he's so dangerous. And this will just give Jose Mourinho more reasons to select him, and it will give him more confidence. Somebody commented earlier and said if Martial doesn't get the game time, he's going to want to leave. Well, I don't necessarily agree with that. I think he's got to perform, of course, if he's going to get his starting place like he has today. And he's got to do it consistently. If he does those things, then he's going to play because he's absolutely quality. So, you know, I'm not worried for Anthony Martial leaving. I'm not worried for, you know, him not getting enough game time. Jose's a very clever man. He wants to get the best out of these people. He's great at man management. And he is going to make sure everybody is fighting for those places. Drip and Vape comments. Hi, thanks for commenting there, Drip and Vape. He says, Matic, man of the match. And Marquez127 comments and says, who's my man of the match? I mean, Matic is a great shout. He put in such a good, solid performance there today. Very influential in the centre of the park there, allowing the likes of, you know, Pogba, etc. to really run free and create. And he did a bit of that himself as well. I thought he was generally excellent. So he's a great shout for man of the match. I think Lukaku, of course, is going to take the headlines with those 2 goals. It's between them 2 for me. Maybe Mata, maybe Pogba as well. I think Pogba's had a really good game today. But yeah, I'll just about give it to Nemanja Matic. Come on, my son. Tank comments and says, West Ham will win the Premier League. Well, piss off, mate. Vincent Rodriguez, Mourinho will completely shock the entire UK. What's that about? Is he coming out of the closet or something? What are you on about? It's not a shock if Manchester United win the Premier League, is it? Come on. Go back to the start of the Premier League era. Who's got the most fucking trophies? Anyway, Kush comments and says, Matic is king. He is an absolute king. He's the king of Serbia. But yeah, I mean, as you can tell, I'm buzzing. I can tell by the comments coming through here right now that you're all buzzing. It's been a wonderful day for Manchester United, a wonderful start to the Premier League campaign. Some big performances from our players, especially the couple of new boys coming in there, Matic and Lukaku. You can't ask for more than them on their Premier League debuts for Manchester United. So we've got a lot to be happy about today. We really do. You know, West Ham, we've made them look absolutely bang averages today. But with the signings they've made, the manager they've got, Rate Bilic, I think he's good. I think they are a good side. And for us to come out the other end with a 4-0 victory just goes to show you how strong Manchester United are at this moment in time. You know, we lost the Super Cup the other day. The first goal was offside for Real Madrid and we were outplayed at times. But we're still bang in the game. And they're the Spanish champions, the European champions, the best team in Europe. So as a yardstick, it goes to show you where United are. We were certainly in the game against them, and we're going to be a match for anybody in the Premier League this season. You mark my words right now. But all of you, just want to say, all of you who are tuning in right now, the 300 of you legends that have popped in here to hear me rant and talk about the game and give my glowing review of Manchester United's performance, thank you so much for tuning in. It really does mean a lot. And, you know, you guys commenting here. Laura Hickman, one of my favourite subscribers here, comments and said, it was wonderful to watch the awesome pass and we clicked as a team. I couldn't agree more with you. You know, it's just, it's a far cry, like I say, from the Moisey and the Louis van Gaal days. Mourinho's had a big impact on us and he's made some very, very shrewd signings, which, you know, just goes to show you what kind of a manager he is. But yes, the way we passed the ball around today was brilliant. It was just totally tore West Ham apart, very comfortable, very confident, and we totally destroyed them. So couldn't agree more with you there. Ollie plays comments and say Pogba needs to up his game. Well, I actually thought Pogba had a really good game today. You know, by his average standards compared to last season, he's supposed to be this big Billy Bollocks who comes in and you know, controls and runs every single game, and he doesn't do that often enough. But today, I think maybe you're giving him a bit of a hard time there. I thought he was very, very good. Okay, not quite as good as Matic. Kumaran Selva Kumar comments and says, Matic made Agent P world class again. There you go, you see, that's what it's all about. That's why we got Matic, to allow the sort of creative freedom to Paul Pogba and allow him just to roam and create things and not have to worry so much about defending. It's all about balance. Jose knows that. You know, Jose bought Matic at Chelsea and he had Fabregas being that sort of creative midfielder there and he had Matic being that destructive, defensive, solid midfielder. And it's a great balance. It really works well. The players play very well in tandem and I think that was on display today with the likes of Pogba and Matic, and you can expect to see that a lot of times this season. Right, I'm pretty much going to wrap it up there, but, you know, thank you very much for tuning in, all of you bunch of legends. I appreciate it. Do me a favour, smash a like on it. You can also come and check me out on social media if you're that way inclined, on Instagram and Facebook and, what's the other one? Twitter. On all of those, you can check me out at Mr. Flying Pig HD or just Mr. Flying Pig HD. They're all of the handles. But yes, come on United, we've absolutely battered West Ham. Have some of that, hammers. And we'll be seeing you again next time for another dicking. Come on, United. We are top of the league. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Anybody who's commented right now, who I haven't actually responded to live, I apologise. Obviously, they're pinging through here and I can't respond to everybody's. But thank you very much for joining in. Keep coming back here for, you know, post-match reactions, and I will try and do some live streams for games. as soon as I possibly can. So please come back and get involved with the channel. It means a lot, and it's always nice to hear from you guys and interact with you guys and see what you people think about the current state of Manchester United. Based on today's performance, we're in a pretty healthy position. So yeah, have a good one, you bunch of legends. I'll see you very soon. This is the Pig, wishing you a very good week, and I'll see you soon. Thank you for tuning in. You're a bunch of legends. Have a good one. I'll catch you soon. Take it easy. Come on, United.